Hey everyone, and welcome to Cavaliers Courtside. I am your host, John Michael. So great to be with you here today. The Cavaliers are wrapping up an extended homestand, and we have just a wonderful, jam-packed show for you. We're going to start with Ty Lue. We're going to take a look back at the 2016 Cavaliers championship run. Of course, Ty was at the helm. So many moments stand out from that 2-month odyssey to get the Cavs from the first round to their first NBA championship. We'll have Austin Carr to talk current Cavaliers. We'll also take a look back at Lenny Wilkens. Of course, we lost a friend and a pioneer in Lenny. Austin will share some of his thoughts of being a teammate along with Lenny Wilkens, and so much more on this great show. Cavaliers Courtside on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network is straight ahead.
This is Evan Mobley.
I'm Thomas Bryant.
This is Dean Wade.
Hi, I'm Craig Porter Jr., and this is Split Decision.
And let's see what we got here to split. Oh, we got a potato.
Oh,
We have the old potato here.
Everybody loves French fries, you know. Nice little potato.
I'm probably gonna head in the middle just because we're trying to get the middle, but it seems a little heavy on this side, so we slide probably a little bit that way. Let me see, like right there.
Oh, that was decent. That was a good one.
It's easy money.
What are we looking like?
I think I'm within 4.
Seriously?
Ain't that something?
Pretty talented.
Cavaliers Courtside is driven by Toyota. For all Toyota offers, visit toyota.com. Hey, we're back here on Cavaliers Courtside, and we have a chance to catch up with one of my favorite people on the planet to do so with. It is Ty Lue, head coach, of course, of the 2016 Cleveland Cavaliers, the World Championship Cavs. Ty, when you think back on those times, you walk through this building again, what are the first emotions or thoughts that go through your head?
Just having an opportunity to win a championship and just seeing how hungry this city was for a championship. And when you come back and get a chance to see the security guards, the people who work here, it's such a great feeling because they welcome you with open arms, and we'll never forget what we did in 2016.
I'm not just saying this because you're sitting there and I'm pumping your tires, but it was a tactical masterpiece. And, you know, to me, I think back to Game 3 of the Hawks series when you unleashed Channing Frye with 7 threes. He goes for 27 points. Are there any moments throughout that run, not just in the finals, but the 2-month odyssey that it took to get there, that stand out for you where you say, that was a move that really unlocked us, or something along the way that, hey, that was a big, big key to winning the whole darn thing?
Yeah, like you said, I think it was Channing Frye.
Yeah.
You know, it started in round 1. We played against Detroit, and we went 4 or 5 with K. Love at the 4 and Channing on the floor at 5. And so Andre Drummond was on the floor, and you know, he's a big bruiser and offensive rebounder. They played through the post a little bit through with him, but they didn't understand that was Channing's biggest strength was playing post defense, and so we were able to spread them out. And like I said, Channing Frye made all those threes and put them in a lot of rotation, you know, like a lot of rotation pieces, and they had to get Drummond off the floor, which, you know, allowed us to play differently and helped us out a lot. So Channing Frye was, like I said, he was a big piece and big key to what we did.
There's so many intricacies. Dante Jones plays a big role. You know, you even think about Game 7. A lot of people forget it wasn't Delly coming off that bench. Mo Williams played 5 minutes in that game. In terms of who you were picking at what points, again, take us through how that all kind of unfolded. I know it was a while ago, but as you think back to, you know, some of those times and some of those selections that you made in terms of personnel to get there.
Yeah, well, Dante, you know, JR had 3 fouls, Shump had 3 fouls. I think RJ had 3 fouls. And Dante, like, he had been putting the work in every day. He was very locked in, understood what we were trying to do on both sides of the basketball. And, you know, I was looking around, and I was like, LeBron was like, I was like, Dante, you know. And Dante, what? It's like, Dante, he tore his stuff off, came in, had 5 points, you know, in that quick spurt, got Draymond Green his 3rd foul, which was huge, and it was crazy. As far as Mo Williams, a funny story about Delhi. I told Delhi, I said, I might go with Mo Williams because they was coming in and it was ball pressure in Delhi, and he couldn't really handle the pressure too much. I said, Game 6 and Game 7, I'm probably going to go with Mo Williams. And Delhi said, no problem, Coach, like whatever you need me to do. And we was in Golden State for, was it Game 5? Game 5, okay, Game 5 in Golden State. And I remember, maybe it was Game 7. I can't remember, sorry. but maybe Game 7, and we had shoot around or whatever, walkthrough, and we was about to go through the plays. And I remember Mo Williams was sitting on the side, and Delly's like, hey, Mo, like walked over, gave him the basketball, said, hey, no, you're in. Like, that's the kind of guy Delly was. And, Mo had a good game, hit a couple shots, I think, played good defense, was able to initiate the offense with his pace and ball handling, and it was huge for us. But people don't remember is J.R. Smith, coming out in Game 7, scoring the first 7 points of that third quarter to kind of get us going offensively.
When we get on that plane, you mentioned Game 5, down 3-1 after a winnable Game 4. I'll never forget the attitude. It was an authentic confidence. It seemed that every player, every front office member, everybody on that coaching staff knew that you were going to win the next 3 games. Did it feel that way to you as well? I mean, was there any sense of doubt, or was it, hey, we're just going to go get this thing done?
Yeah, I mean, after we lost Game 4, that was a heartbreaker.
Yeah.
And no team has ever come back,
right,
down 3-1. But I thought the adjustments we made after Game 2 were perfect. I thought our guys did a great job of just adjusting to it, understand what we're trying to do, and what we were trying to take away. And they did a great job. Iman Shumpert, JR, Kyrie, all the guys did a great job with that. And so I knew, like, the way we played that Game 4, if we go back, Game 5 with the same mindset, like one game at a time, that we can actually, win it. Because we come home for Game 6, I knew we would win.
Yeah.
And so, we win Game 5, come home, Game 6 was a blowout. And then going to Game 7, in Golden State, with the best player in the world on your team, anything can happen. And so we felt really confident.
Yeah, special times. Before we let you go, you had Kenny Atkinson on your staff in L.A. He raves about you. He has terrific things to say, and rightfully so. Can you peel back the curtain a little bit on Kenny? What makes him so unique as a coach as we get to know him here in his second year in Cleveland?
Yeah, I think it's huge because he's able to get on the floor with the guys. Mm-hmm. Like, he can still move, he can still teach, and he can still play a little bit. But when I had him in L.A., he was really big for us because he got on the floor, showed the guys what we were supposed to do. Like I said, he called them vitamins. Everybody getting their vitamins, but he ran the whole PD staff. Yeah. Every day he had the meetings, what guys needed to work on, once a week, what we need to get better at. And he really improved our young guys, Terrence Mann, Amir Coffey, all those young guys. And as far as, like, just his basketball mind, just knowing how to play small, when to adjust to go small. And just, like, he helped me out a lot, even though he didn't think he did, but he helped me out a lot, having a head coach on your staff is huge, and he was really big for me.
Teron, we really appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thanks so much for this.
Yes, sir.
Always
No
great
problem.
catching up. One of the best to ever do it, head coach of the world champion 2016 Cavaliers, Ty Lue. More Cavaliers Courtside right after this. Hey everyone, we're back here on Cavaliers Courtside, driven by Toyota. I told you we had a jam-packed show as we are joined by the one and only Austin Carr. AC, I want to get your take. This is a Cavalier team that through the first quarter of this season has had players in and out of the lineup. What are your thoughts on how Kenny and this team have navigated this as they're still among the top teams in the Eastern Conference?
Well, I think they've done a great job of finding guys to step up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because when you look at it, these guys are actually auditioning for the second half of the season. Because the Cavaliers, to me, are the most dynamic team where they can go 9 or 10 deep. And all these guys now are getting valuable experience for the second half of the season when we have to have them.
You talk about some of those players stepping up. Did you see this coming from Jalen Tyson in this his second season?
No way. No way. I knew his energy was strong.
Yeah.
But he's a tougher, and he shoots the ball better than I thought he did. But I'll tell you one thing, if it's a rebound up there, he's going to get it.
Another guy who's certainly auditioning for more minutes, Craig Porter, played a big role as a rookie.
Yes.
When Darius Garland was injured, he had that broken jaw, was out 19 games. Thank goodness the Cavs had Porter on the roster. Last year, not used in as many high-leverage situations. This year, Kenny's gone back to him. He's challenged him, and boy, has Porter responded.
Oh, well, to me, he's one of the most valuable players on the team.
Yeah.
I mean, this young man, regardless of what situation they put him into, he thrives in it.
Mm-hmm.
He does a good job of understanding the the feel of the game. And on top of that, though, you got to be able to play if you can do all that. And he can play. He's good. I love him. And he'll block his shot in a minute, boy. I was like, wow.
At 6'2".
At 6'2".
Led his collegiate team in blocks his final season. Talking about guys who can play, how about Tyrese Proctor? One to find in the second round. Obviously, he's been under the bright lights playing his 3 seasons at Duke, but boy, he hit the ground running. Opening night at Madison Square Garden, didn't skip a beat. He looked right at home, didn't he?
And that's what made me feel comfortable about him. This young man, when he gets experience and he gets comfortable with what he's doing and how the Cavaliers want to do it, because right now, the only thing holding him back is his own self. Because you can see he's not quite sure, but you can see that he has it. He has it. And when you have it in this league, you have a great future.
Speaking about having it, Donovan Mitchell off to a simply brilliant start once again, AC.
Yeah, well, he's the man.
Yeah.
And one thing for sure, he understands the pulse of the team. He knows the team is not 100% because of injury and new guys fitting into the lineup. So he knows he's got to carry a little bit more weight now until things get better. And I kind of like that because that when you have him on focus and when he's playing well, the team seems to follow his lead. So it's going to be a big one tonight, too.
Yeah, no question about it. We had some sad news in the Cavalier family over the last handful of days. We lost a man way too soon, Lenny Wilkins, at the age of 88, a friend, a mentor, and a really, really special human, AC.
Yes, he was. I mean, he taught me so much about the game because when I came to the Cavs, all they did was at Notre Dame was, here's the ball, put it in the basket. So I really didn't know a whole lot about the point guard position. He taught me so much about the point guard position, how to play the game, and how to be a man off the court. That is really one of the most important things that I've learned. But, man, talk about playing. You knew he couldn't go right, but for some reason, when he made that one dribble, you would always go for it, and he'd, bop, I'm gone.
Talk about a special duo, you two at one point together with a lone backcourt in the NBA averaging 20 a game each, correct?
Yes, that was a fact that I really was proud of, you know, because back then with Frazier and all the guys in the league, to have Lenny and I kind of stand out like that was really a big thing for me.
Before we let you go, just into a little bit of detail, AC, you've shared so many things with me and with all of our Cavalier fans over the years about what you've learned during the game. What are one or two of those things that Lenny taught you that stood out, that still ring true, that still resonate to you to this very day?
Well, the one thing is always be under control. I mean, never get over. Don't let anyone speed you up. That was one thing that he always would preach because I was reactionary and I'd be like going, especially if I started out good. He's like, slow down. Just let the game will come to you. Don't rush it. And that was one of the most important things I've learned from Lenny because I would be ready to go and he said, slow down. You got 4 quarters to play. And that was really a big help there.
Thank you so much, AC, for this.
Always a partner.
And
Always a pleasure.
Let's take a look back at Lenny's wonderful life.
Lenny deserves to be on the wall of honor as a player. Stop.
He had that patented move where he would go from right to left with that little half hook. Nobody could stop it. They knew it was coming. Nobody could stop it.
He was such a good player. People don't realize how good of a player Lenny was, but he was an incredible point guard in the NBA, and he's in the Hall of Fame because of it.
I mean, think about it. He's a Hall of Famer on the basketball side as well as the coaching side. So you can't have anyone better suited to coach your basketball team, especially if you're a point guard like Mark Price and like Kevin Johnson, like Terrell Brandon. I mean, they got to learn their craft from one of the best to ever do it on both sides of the floors.
I know for me personally, being a point guard, getting a chance to play under a man like Lenny Wilkins was a blessing for me in my career to learn under a great, coach and player that he was. I learned so much, and we had similar personalities, and we really meshed well together. And it was an honor and a privilege to play for Lenny.
Lenny was a great basketball player, and of course, being a member of the top 50, top 75, speaks for itself. And he's very much a student of the game, and always willing to learn as a player and even as a young coach.
He took what was here and really molded it into a really good basketball team. You know, they played the game the right way. They moved the ball, they moved bodies, they played defense, they did things the way they were supposed to be done. And he added such a level of professionalism to the team when he was the head coach.
Every time we drew up an out-of-bounds play, or Lenny drew up an out-of-bounds play during a timeout, it worked every time. It was unbelievable. I never played for a coach or was in a situation where, because he was so smart and he knew the game, he knew the nuances, he knew the flow, and he knew what was going to happen.
We are always going to get a good shot. I mean, you can't always make them, but we are going to get a wide open look when he designs something up. And I think he already, you know, I think he already had those plays ready, and I think they changed each game, and he was always just prepared, always calm, never showed a panic mode at any time. And that's what I loved about him. He always stayed even keel, and just the best coach I've ever been around.
Lenny Wilkens is the epitome of class, dignity. He's the epitome of someone who is a reserved individual that when they speak, it carries a tremendous amount of weight. Not overly flamboyant, not yelling, screaming, cursing at people. When he talked to us, we listened.
And Lenny's first thing he said to me is, I think you need to keep working on learning to get your shot off quicker. And it took me a little bit back at first because he kind of went at my strength, but the more I thought about it, and obviously I'm not the biggest guy in the world, and having to play at the NBA level, the size and the strength and speed that you're playing against, he was right, and I continued to do that and continued to work on getting my shot off quicker, and it obviously helped me as my career unfolded.
He respected the players. That was one of the greatest attributes, I think, is that he had a great deal of respect for the players, and the players knew that. He had a great relationship with them, and he was an inspiration to the players. The players, we didn't have to worry about them coming out each night playing, because they came out to play for Lenny, play for the organization, and play for the city. They represented their city well, and I think Lenny was a great leader in fostering that.
Once I met him and started talking with him and being around him, he kind of ruined every coach that I was ever around anymore, because he's just what I expect from everybody, because he's such a great coach. And man, I loved him and loved everything about playing for him, and his knowledge is off the chart. So, if I could be a coach, I would want to be identical just the way he coached.
He garnered your respect because he talked to you like a professional, and he expected you to do your job. Now, some will say, well, maybe, as a coach, especially a professional coach, you got to push buttons and you got to motivate people like that. That's not the way he did it. He expected you to do your job. And I'm gonna tell you, if you listened to Lenny Wilkens and paid attention to what he was teaching, you became a better player. Not only did you become a better player, you became a better person.
His presence is always, uplifting. He was always uplifting for me. So I'm sure a lot of other people have benefited from that as well. And I'm sure this organization has benefited from his presence whenever he shows up in this building. And I know our fans have definitely loved Lenny throughout his entire career, particularly the impact that he had on the city of Cleveland and his players. And I think that's a great tribute to the person that Lenny Wilkens is.
This test is about to begin. Head up, eyes forward, feet flat. Please remain still.
All right, Craig, you're about to take a lie detector test, and we're going to calibrate the machine. Is your name Craig Porter Jr.?
Yes.
When you're in the shower, do you scrub your feet? Most of the time.
He's telling the truth.
Okay. And the other times the water just runs down.
No, you know what I'm saying? I get there, you know what I'm saying? I might get a little lazy. Might still, I'm still clean. Very clean.
Right. Okay.
Very clean.
Yeah, that's a trick question. Scrub, I would say no, not scrub.
But you wash your feet in the shower?
Yes.
He doesn't wash his feet.
It's my exact routine. I always go for the lower extremity first and then get the upper top.
Right. No.
Telling the truth.
Like the bottom of my feet?
In between the toes, bottom of the feet.
Nah.
You just let the water run on down and rinse them off. Okay. That's cool.
Yes. He's being honest.
You're being honest. We got people who don't scrub their feet.
That's nasty.
No.
Definitely doesn't wash his feet.
It's a long way down. You can't do it every time.
The water just runs down.
You gotta pick your battles. Bad back or bad feet?
I got you.
I'm saying.
I cannot tell a lie. This is the greatest episode of Cavaliers Courtside of all time. Thanks so much to head coach to Ty Lue, also to Austin Carr, for so many people who make it happen behind the scenes. I'm John Michael saying so long until next time. You've been watching the Rock Entertainment Sports Network. Cavaliers Courtside was driven by Toyota. For all Toyota offers, visit toyota.com.